was known as the Big Redhead. In 1977, Bill Walton led the Portland Trail Blazers to their only NBA championship. Walton could do it all, score, rebound, and pass. But injury hastened Walton's departure, and it will be 13 years before Portland returned to the finals. In the 90s, the Blazer team is the sum of its parts. Drexler, Porter, Duckworth, and Kersey fought their way to last season's finals. And in 1991, Portland sports the NBA's best record. Today, they encounter the mystique of the Boston Garden, where Celtic youth has invigorated Larry Bird and company for another championship campaign. It's the Celtics and the Blazers in a meeting of the best records from the East and the West, next on NBC.
This is the NBA on NBC. Today, it's the Portland Trail Blazers versus the Boston Celtics.
Welcome to the Boston Garden, a capacity crowd close to 15,000 on hand. The 482nd consecutive sellout for the Celtics, who at 42-15 have the top record in the Eastern Conference with Chicago's loss last night. Boston now a half game in front, while Portland at 44-14, despite their recent difficulties, have the best overall record in the NBA. Hi, everybody. I'm Marv Albert, along with Mike Fratello. Now, 1 point this season. Portland was 11-0, 19-1, 26-3. They have faltered recently with the 4 straight losses. But, Mike, why the problems aside from the difficulty of winning on the road?
Certainly not a disgrace, losing to San Antonio twice, at Atlanta, who's won 21 in a row at home, and Philly, who has 7 straight wins at this time. But 2 areas where Portland has excelled the entire season have suddenly abandoned them. The three-point shot, where they've taken the most attempts in the league and made the best percentage of three-pointers, suddenly not shooting very well from behind the stripe. And then normally a driving, slashing team that gets to the foul line, they just aren't shooting many free throws lately.
And for Boston, it's been a case of when Larry Bird and Kevin McHale have been able to shed injuries, they are among the NBA's elite clubs. But when they've been injured, which has happened from time to time this season, it's been a different story. But today, both Bird and McHale are in the lineup.
Almost 2 months went by without having Larry and Kevin together in the lineup. The perfect inside-outside combination Boston has. But with McHale out, only Robert Parrish to go down low. Teams could double down much easier. And then Bird not hitting his outside shot, struggling from the perimeter, cost them their perimeter game. When Bird's shooting well, Boston wins big.
All right, Mike, now let's go to a man who has brought sideline reporting to state-of-art status. Here's Ahmad Rashad.
All right, thanks, Bob. In terms of injuries, with the exception of Mark Bryant, the Portland Trail Blazers are very healthy. What the Celtics is concerned is with Kevin McHale's ankle. I talked to Kevin before the game. He said that all week long, Chris Ford has been looking at him like he's crazy trying to play on that ankle. But he says it doesn't matter. People think I'm crazy anyway. I will play. But it is his return to the Boston Garden of Danny Ainge. Now, Danny Ainge is a player who is normally booed in visiting arenas around the NBA, but not here. He is a fan favorite. I asked him how special is it to come back here and play. He said it's very special because I always enjoy busting Boston.
All right, Ahmad, and while Danny Ainge hopes to do damage to his former club, they obviously still love him here in Boston. Welcome back to the Boston Garden as we get set for the first meeting of the season between the Celtics and the Trail Blazers. Portland with Jerome Kersey and Buck Williams up front. The center, the 7-footer from Easton, Illinois, Kevin Duckworth. And at the guards, Clyde the Glide Drexler and Terry Porter, 3 All-Stars in that group, along with the All-Star coach, Rick Adelman, an original Trailblazer, the team's first captain. And the Boston Celtics with Larry Bird and Kevin Gamble. Gamble, a one-time Portland Trailblazer. They're at the forward positions. The center is Robert Parrish. And at the guards, Brian Shaw and Reggie Lewis. And the coach of the Celtics, Chris Ford. The officials, Ed T. Rush, Steve Jaffe, and Jim Kinsey.
Just about an hour ago at 9:50 in the morning Mountain Time, a United Airlines 737 jet on landing approach to Colorado Springs Municipal Airport crashed about 2 miles short of the runway near the town of Widefield, Colorado. Police tell us there were 20 passengers aboard along with a crew of 5, and that was on United Flight 585 originating in Peoria, Illinois, flying through Moline, then Denver, and on its way to Colorado Springs. The plane, according to witnesses, narrowly missed a complex of apartments and crashed nose down into a dry lake bed and then disintegrated. One witness said he saw no pieces of debris larger than a suitcase. Police Sergeant John White says it appears no one survived the crash. NBC News will keep you up to date on developments. Marv?
On every trip you take in a Chevrolet, hundreds of hours and millions of dollars have been spent to help make it a safer one. In fact, there are more MDs and PhDs working for your safety than any other car company in the world. So if this looks like an uneventful trip, we worked hard to make it that way. Mile after mile, more people are winning with
The heartbeat of America. That's today's Chevrolet.
Pour it on, work it out. If you're talking about sports, that's what it's all about. So pump it up, pump it out, pour it on and work it out.
Because after working out, you don't want to fill up. So reach for the Silver Bullet, the one that won't slow you down.
Talking about Coors Light, it's the right beer now. Pour it on and work it out.
Dad,
Yeah.
where do babies come from?
Under specific ovulatory circumstances, a male-female interface may generate an incipient life form that over a 9-month...
At the Prudential, we believe some things can't be explained with a lot of fancy talk. So when it comes to life insurance,
Should I explain that once more?
we won't let you get it until you've got it. Your piece of the rock.
As part of the Oldsmobile Edge, standard on every new Olds, we give you 30 days or 1,500 miles to return your new Olds for any reason. Who says you can't get any satisfaction?
This is the new generation of Olds.
Wouldn't it be great if instead of being in hot water with your boss, you were in warm water, the Caribbean, and swimming toward you was a beautiful fish? No, it was a woman. And yes, she had beer, Keystone. The premium cold-filtered beer in a can that tastes like beer in a bottle because of Keystone's specially lined can. And wouldn't it be great if you told your boss to take that job and sure.
From Gillette comes
The Golden Girls, weekdays at 5.
Back at the Boston Garden, Marv Albert, Mike Fratello, Ahmad Rashad. As we head to the second half, the Celtics with a 56-51 lead on Portland, and a terrific first half for Boston. They shot 52% and also had the decisive edge off the boards.
I think that Chris Ford should be very happy. He is correct, though. They have missed a lot of easy shots. One of the things they stress is keep the ball in front of you on defense. Make them shoot over the top. Portland has continually beaten the Celtics off the dribble to the basket. But Boston doing a terrific job of getting on the glass.
All right, Boston also very successful in operating the two-man game.
Both teams like to use pick and roll or two-man basketball. Robert Parrish coming over, setting the screen, and he'll notice that right here Duckworth is staying behind him, so that means to Parrish, I'm going to set a good solid screen, try and bump this defensive man off, get my teammate in this area, and then I'll roll to the basket in case I happen to be open. He executes it as well as you possibly can, freeing up Lewis. Drexler flying by, trying to recover. He knows it's too late.
And the Celtics have been successful despite the absence of one of their key players. Their point guard, Brian Shaw, played only 3 minutes in the first quarter because he went down and twisted his ankle. For more on the Brian Shaw story, let's go to Ahmad, who has Boston Celtic coach Chris Ford.
All right, Coach, you reevaluated the situation with Brian Shaw. He will not play the second half?
No, he had a severe sprain, turned it both ways, so he won't be back in the second half.
What does that do to your plans?
Well, we just have to go on. That's life in the NBA, injuries, and I thought Dee Brown did a great job for a rookie out there leading us.
All right, thanks, Coach. Good luck. All right, Marv.
All right, we'll be back with the second half from the Boston Garden right after these messages.
The sports car I want is a Nissan. No, the one with super Hica steering. No, the other one with super Hica steering. Yeah, the 240. And I tested it someplace curvy. No, I mean curvy. No, I mean really curvy. Then I'd listen to some music.
Having my baby.
No, I mean real music.
Yes!
We Brits are learning your American football. Right, Joe?
Yeah, right.
The other way. Catch the ball.
And after practice, we drink a great American beer. Miller Lite.
Miller Lite, with its crisp, refreshing Pilsner taste, it's everything you want in a beer today.
What are they doing now?
They're practicing touchdowns.
Who's presenting tomorrow anyway?
The face.
Uh-oh. Are we scanning in his latest PR photo?
Face. Somebody better make the type bigger.
To make an ideal work.
This is excellent. Very precise. They've been very precise.
They're smiling. They're sold.
For documents that cut through, motivate, and persuade, nobody puts it together like Xerox.
Good morning.
Putting it together.
Printing, scanning, publishing. Xerox, the document company.
His Olympic victory and subsequent ban was the sports story of 1988. Now Ben Johnson returns to championship competition next weekend on NBC.
Celtics with a 56-51 lead on the Portland Trailblazers, despite the fact that Larry Bird not shooting well, only 2 out of 8 from the field, but Boston overall at 52%. They lead the NBA in field goal percentage at 52%. You mentioned right at the start, Mike, that the Portland Trailblazers have not been going to the foul line frequently. Well, they have not gone at all here this afternoon.
In the championship series against Detroit, there were some problems with them getting to the line. They voiced their opinion. They felt they paid a price for that. Again, recently, they're not getting to the free throw line. They're not very happy about it.
However,
whether you take your lunch to work or your work to lunch, today's special is Sharps from Miller, the breakthrough non-alcoholic brew with real beer taste.
The Nissan I want is the, was in those commercials. They drove it to South America, the Pathfinder. We'd load up the Pathfinder and go skiing every weekend. Or the Paris-Dakar Rally. We could be the first family to race from Paris to Africa. Quit our jobs, pull the kids out of school. Yeah, maybe not.
In trying to make an artistic statement, one should be careful not to let one's personal aroma do the talking. In order not to offend the critics, I recommend Right Guard Sport Stick. It provides maximum protection and the freshest scents, a sublime palette of odoriferous emanations. After all, a true artiste should be remembered for his inspiration, not his perspiration. Right Guard Sport Stick. Anything less would be uncivilized.
My very sensitive Laker brother, Vlade Divac, just shaved off his beard with the new Schick Slim Twin Plus.
How'd it go, Vlade?
No problema.
How do you like the new aloe comfort strip?
I'm no longer irritating.
The new Slim Twin Plus with aloe from Schick.
Sometimes I dream I'm in Italy, driving this incredible sports car. And my boss is there. He says,
"We need a ride to the shareholders meeting."
Now, here's where it gets weird. The sports car has 4 doors. I mean, there's no such thing as a 4-door sports car. It's just a dream, right?
We Brits are learning your American football. Right, Joe?
Yeah, right.
The other way. Catch the ball.
And after practice, we drink a great American beer. Miller Lite.
Miller Lite, with its crisp, refreshing Pilsner taste, it's everything you want in a beer today.
What are they doing now? They're practicing touchdowns.
My very sensitive Laker brother, Lottie D-Box, just shaved off his beard with the new Schick Slim Twin Plus.
How'd it go, Vladdy?
Now for weather.
How do you like the new Aloe Comfort Strip?
I'm no longer irritating.
The new Slim Twin Plus with aloe from Schick.
The product. The proving grounds. The results. STP gas treatment is the edge.
The Houston Rockets, the LA Lakers. It's showtime at the Fabulous Forum. A second stuffing of the NBA on NBC. Next.
Let me tell you my fantasy. I'm driving with the stereo on, the sunroof's open. Just me and Michael, winding our way to this little bed and breakfast in my Nissan Stanza. Oh, I know, as fantasies go, it sounds pretty tame. But you should see my real life.
I think that's the best move I've ever made, was to stay in school and really pay attention and focus on the things that you need to get done in high school. I think if kids want to get a quality education, it's there, and it's there for your benefit. I think you should really capitalize on that opportunity. Stay in school. It's your best move.
A message furnished by Ronald McDonald Children's Charities, the NBA, and its players.
This is the NBC Television Network.
If you haven't been going to Pizza Hut for lunch, you don't know what you've been missing. Because right now, you can get a pepperoni personal pan pizza for just $1.29 and a supreme personal pan pizza for just $1.79. And Pizza Hut has the 5-minute guarantee. If you don't get your personal pan pizza in 5 minutes, your next one's free. Now, you don't have to go to Pizza Hut for lunch, but why wouldn't you? Pizza Hut, making it great.
How do I know where to get my brakes done right?
Come to Midas. There's a lot of value in our $69 or $89 basic brake service. And you get something else. Peace of mind. Knowing you get a thorough inspection by Midas-trained experts and a written estimate up front. Knowing every brake shoe and pad is guaranteed for as long as you own your car. And knowing the job will be done right. That's why more people come to us for brakes, knowing that nobody beats Midas. Nobody.
Matlock, weekdays at 4 on WVIT, Channel 30.
Of all the extraordinary new automobiles that come to America, only one was awarded Motor Trend Import Car of the Year, the Mitsubishi 3000 GT. With all-wheel drive, all-wheel steering, ABS brakes, and 300 horsepower. The Mitsubishi 3000 GT, Import Car of the Year. Mitsubishi, the word is getting around.
One of these travelers knows that some payphones are connected to operator service companies you've never heard of. Some who can charge 2 to 3 times more than AT&T for long-distance calls. One of them knows a way to avoid being overcharged is to dial 10-ATT-0 and the number. Which one knows all this? The one who isn't being taken to the cleaners. 10-ATT-0 for fair prices and quality service. We're always there to help.
Now the 6 o'clock report. Washington. We can't work unless you take something for that cold.
Right,
Not that kind. Take contact.
Here all it
Contact is different.
With 600 tidy Tide pills, contact is different.
Contact lasts for 12 hours, up to 3 times longer than ordinary cold medicine, so there's a whole day's work in every contact. And now, the 11 o'clock report.
There's a whole day's work in every contact.
Yo, Boss Blackman, here with the lattice lamp. I am the genie on the lamp. I'm granting you just one wish.
What should I wish for? Do you know?
$1 million?
Nah, tax problem.
A new car?
Can't drive. I got it.
A wop-bam-a-loo-mop-a-lop-bam, boom!
Look, Mom, I can fly. I like that, Genie.
I am the greatest.
In the past 3 years, Mitsubishi Cars and Trucks have won 31 major awards for automotive excellence. One car has won the same award 3 times. The Mitsubishi Eclipse Turbo, the first sports coupe ever to be named to Car and Driver's 10 Best list 3 years in a row. Mitsubishi, the word is getting around.
Hey, Jenny, come show your granddad how to set this VCR thing.
Okay. Input the TV channel to match the station you want to record. Press store. Then, if the event is in the first 7-day period...
At the Prudential, we believe some things can't be explained with a lot of fancy talk. So when it comes to life insurance...
Maybe we should cover that last part again.
We won't let you get it until you've got it. Your piece of the rock.
NBC Sports presents the world's most important figure skating event of the year. U.S. national champions Todd Eldridge and America's newest sensation Tonya Harding take on the world's best. Unprecedented coverage begins Friday night, March 15th. The World Figure Skating Championships on NBC.
Of all the extraordinary new automobiles that come to America, only one was awarded Motor Trend Import Car of the Year, the Mitsubishi 3000 GT. With all-wheel drive, all-wheel steering, ABS brakes, and 300 horsepower. The Mitsubishi 3000 GT, Import Car of the Year. Mitsubishi, the word is getting around.
In today's higher revving and hotter running engines, wear is a greater problem than ever before. Oil breakdown can shorten the life of vital engine parts. That's why there's Castrol. Castrol provides maximum protection against viscosity and thermal breakdown. So use Castrol, because driving today can be a grind. Castrol, engineered for today's smaller cars.
From Gillette comes Sensor, the only razor that can sense and adjust to the individual needs of your face. Sensor blades are mounted on responsive springs to continuously sense and individually adjust to your face. The closest, safest, most comfortable Gillette Sensor, together with the richness of foamy shave cream for the best shave a man can get. A fatal attraction places an innocent family at stake, forcing one mother to fight back for her daughter. Barbara Eden, Loretta Swit, Hell Hath No Fury on NBC Monday.
It pays to be selective by Shearson Lehman Brothers. According to Institutional Investors' recent research team poll, we're #1 in investment research. Of the nearly 7,000 publicly traded companies in the U.S., we identify what we believe to be the 1,000 most important. Of these, we recommend only 115. Which stocks survive our scrutiny? Talk with us. Shearson Lehman Brothers.
In the past 3 years, Mitsubishi Cars and Trucks have won 31 major awards for automotive excellence. And now, for the second year in a row, a Mitsubishi Galant is Motor Trend's selection as the top buy among all imported sports sedans. Mitsubishi, the word is getting around.
A new breed of cop.
It is a war out there.
A new chronicle to be told. Wesley Snipes, Ice-T, Mario Van Peebles, and Judd Nelson. New Jack City. Rated R. Starts Friday, March 8th.
In making an artistic statement, one's personal aroma shouldn't do the talking. So I use Right Guard Sports Stick with maximum protection. A true artiste should be known for inspiration, not perspiration. Right Guard Sports Stick. Anything less would be uncivilized.
The Houston Rockets, the LA Lakers. It's showtime at the Fabulous Forum. A second stuffing of the NBA on NBC. Next.
Of all the extraordinary new automobiles that come to America, only one was awarded Motor Trend Import Car of the Year, the Mitsubishi 3000 GT. With all-wheel drive, all-wheel steering, ABS brakes, and 300 horsepower. The Mitsubishi 3000 GT, Import Car of the Year. Mitsubishi. The word is getting around.
I am the soldier. I am skilled and smart. I've got the training, and I've got the heart. I'm the defender of our liberty. I am the soldier. Count on me. Rising to the challenge, whatever it may be. I am the soldier. Count on me.
This week on NBA Inside Stuff, they're wild, they're wacky, they're the Albert Achievement Awards. They could be the NBA stars of the future. They're child prodigies, touring the country, performing their unique halftime acts. Rewind the week with the NBA's hottest shots. And you'll absolutely flip for this week's Jam Session. Get the Inside Stuff, Saturday on NBC.
Your home is here with me.
It's my decision to go with Mom.
He left his family. He lost his son's love. Now it's a second chance to win him back.
I'm sorry.
The summer my father grew up triumphs as a superb and
Now there's a fragrance that brings out the real you.
tonight.
This week in the NBA, brought to you by the investigative team that's making the next.
This is CNN's This Week in the NBA with your host, Vince Cellini.
Hi, everybody, and welcome to This Week in the NBA. I'm Vince Cellini, and pardon us for possibly jumping the gun, but this afternoon's Sunday matinee action featured a very possible preview of the NBA Finals. Okay, we're getting way ahead of ourselves, but it makes for a good story anyway. Geographically, they are a nation apart, but in terms of victories, only 2 games separated them in the win column. Defending Western Conference champions Portland visiting Boston Garden. The Blazers finding themselves mired in a 4-game losing streak, having gone 0 for 3 on a 4-game trip. But Portland wins this battle of division leaders as an old friend came back to haunt the green. Let's take a look in Boston Garden. This was a scary sight. Brian Shaw driving to the basket in the first quarter, steps on Porter's foot, severely twisted ankle. Did not return to the game. His status, as of now, is not known. On to the third quarter. Larry Bird, who had some trouble shooting in the first half, on fire. Nailed 4 3-pointers in that quarter, 28 in the game. Celtics up by 9. Third quarter, Blazers go on a 16-2 run. Off the steal, Porter to Clyde Drexler, who led Portland with 29 points. And Danny Ainge is putting Chris Ford in his place. Portland by 3 after the 3. It's Ainge again going to work. Comes up with a steal, then Danny Ainge leads the break. Gets the ball back from Clyde Drexler to put it home, and Portland is still clinging to a 3-point lead. Under a minute left now, Blazers by 4, and Cliff Robinson with the ugly headband makes a pretty shot. Red Auerbach, his reaction tells the story. Boston loses this one at home, 116 to 107. Drexler, Porter, and Ainge scored 28 of Portland's 33 fourth-quarter points. The Blazers end that 4-game slide, deal Boston only their 5th home loss of the season. The Blazers are off until next Sunday when they will host Boston in Memorial Coliseum. If you like that game, you'll love the Rockets and Lakers in the Forum. Well, the Rockets loved it anyway. First quarter, L.A. up by 2. Vlade Divac to Vlade Dottie. Picks up the rebound, slams it home. It's 46-all at the half. Fourth quarter now. Houston is up by 3. And look at the hustle by David Wood. Hits the floor, still finds Kenny Smith on the fly. He goes in for the slam, and Houston is up 88 to 83. Later in the final quarter, Rockets by 6. Kenny Smith, who had a real afternoon, loses control. A key.